So I got all of my stuff out of my storage shed and brought it to my parents' garage. You can see the pile of crap behind me. Boxes, 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 and the ladder and yard tools are mine. But anyway, I'm going through some of these boxes to figure out, like, you know, like what needs to be thrown away, what needs to be donated, like that kind of stuff. Like what needs to be donated, what needs to be thrown away. Just sorting it all out. So I keep finding stuff that I've had since I was in high school, and it's kind of weird, like, because a lot of it is stuff I have not laid eyes on in like easily in 10 years. So, but I found this little gem. This is a notebook I've had since I was 15 years old. So I've had this for almost 20 years, this notebook here. And I was gonna look and see like what's inside. There's like a picture I drew of a dragon when I was like 15. I think I drew that picture when I was 15. And then like a picture of a house I drew. And a dragon. So yeah, it's full of interesting stuff. And here's all the crap I'm throwing away. It's just a bunch of old like stuff from high school. And some of the stuff I'm saving is from high school. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys some more interesting stuff as I go through all this stuff. So I just found this card that a mom gave me one year at the end of the school year. Her son rode my bus, and he had some problems. Like at first he started out being a total shithead, and so I would call her and I would write him up and I would do everything I could to get him to behave, and I actually did get him to behave. And she was very defensive at first. She did not want to have to hear about the things he was doing. She would blame it on me, she would blame it on the school system, whatever. You know, he acts the way he acts because blah blah blah. She'd make excuses like that, and it drove me up the wall. So I finally got good behavior out of him, and he ended up making friends on the bus, and it turned out to have a happy ending. At the end of the school year, this kid had made a complete turnaround, and I was so happy with him. And you know, there had been a few times when someone was picking on him, and I wouldn't allow it. And honestly, I think his mom and his grandma, because that's who he lived with, was his mom and grandma, they were not used to a bus driver that did not allow bullshit to be happening on the bus. Like, if there was some crap happening, I would nip it in the bud right away. And she was not used to that. And she was not used to there being structure and order on the bus, and she did not like having to get phone calls. But then I think she finally caught on that if I'm calling her to tell her about a problem, then that means I'm a good bus driver. She caught on to that finally. And after the end of the school year, actually, she gave me a pair of turquoise earrings, and she also gave me this beautiful little card here, which I'm going to take it out of its envelope so you guys can see. But isn't that just like so pretty? I mean, that is a beautiful card. This is the prettiest card anyone has ever given me. And so she gave me this card and left a nice note inside, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Miss Michelle, thank you for caring about your bus and about the children. They behave well because of you. I just want you to know you are appreciated. Claudia. That was her name. So, yeah, and that was like one of the very few times a parent bothered to show appreciation for what it is I did as a bus driver when I was still driving my bus. So, I found that and I got like a little bit sentimental. It's interesting that I'm finding this actually just a week after resigning from driving a bus. It's a little spooky, but oh well. On to more junk. Oh my god, I found my Big Bird record player. Come on, open up. Oh, I wonder if it still works. Last time I checked it was like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, and it was still working, and so I put fresh batteries in it. There's a bunch of... Damn it, what's back here? Oh, my phone. So let's see if it still works. Holy crap, it still works. I don't believe it. Oh my god, I don't fucking believe it. This thing has got to be from 1985. Oh my god. It's an antique. Oh, wow. I wonder if it's worth anything on eBay. Unbelievable that it still works. Oh my god. Knock on wood, that fucking thing still works. Holy shit. I am beside myself, guys. I am beside myself. Wow. Say hello to the world's ugliest beaded curtains. Hello, ugliest beaded curtains in the world. My name is Michelle. How are you? I'd feel much better if you weren't throwing me away, you bitch! I remember going to Pizza Hut with my parents to pick these guys out when the Land Before Time, I mean the original Land Before Time movie, was still pretty hot. And I remember demanding these things. I have Sarah and Spike and Petrie somewhere, but I don't know where. I can't find them. I haven't seen them in years. So hopefully they're not like fucked up and disgusting somewhere. So yeah. Yeah, Sharp Tooth is looking a little funky. He's got some this like funky looking stuff on his belly. I don't know what it is. But at least he has nice white teeth. He has a nice smile. If you can't say anything else about Sharp Tooth, he has a very nice smile. He's a very handsome fellow. So, yeah. And, I mean, I remember playing with these things like almost every day when I was a kid. I freaking loved Land Before Time. So, I am not going to sell these guys on eBay. I don't think I'm ever going to part with them. If somebody wants them, they would have to pay me enough to... I mean, they'd have to pay me a king's ransom. That's the only way I'd part with these toys. Oh, and I found these Russian nesting dolls. And it's cats all the way from the outside shell to the inner shell. So, let's take it apart and see. There's kitty number 2. Whoop. Kitty number 3 doesn't want to come out right. Get her lined up. There she is. Kitty number 3. Meow. And kitty number 4 does not want to stay put together either. There's kitty number 4. And kitty number 5. And inside is a little mouse. I always thought this was so cute. I've had this since I was like in the 4th grade. And I just always loved it a lot because it was fun to take it apart and show people. And they would take it apart and take it apart and get down to the very last little cat, the very last little piece, and go, oh, it's a mouse! Ha 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 ha. It's like, yes, it's a little mouse. It's a cute little mousey inside. So, Russian nesting dolls are so fun. I mean, I just can't think of any reason why anybody would not like Russian nesting dolls. I think if you dislike Russian nesting dolls, you're a mean, evil person. That's just my opinion. These things are always cool. I just found like 2 little ones, and I have no idea where they came from or how I got them. I happen to have them. I have no idea why. Isn't it the funny thing about going through stuff that's been in storage for a long time is you come across things and you're like, why do I have this? But yeah. This is also like a massive like little finger pincher if you're not careful. I thought about spray painting these with like some glow-in-the-dark spray paint or something and then taking him to some place that has black lights. I thought it'd be really fucking cool, but yeah. Just wanted to show you guys these things. I found this. So, Rules for Michelle's Room. I think I've had this since I was like in the 3rd grade or something. I don't know. It says 1984. Wow. So, knock before entering. Enter with bare feet at your own risk. Brothers, sisters, and other undesirables enter at great personal risk. Music volume has been set to desired level. Huh. I don't feel like reading all of that. I've gotten lazy since I've grown up and outgrown this thing. And there's my signature from when I was like in the 3rd grade. Wow. I'm starting to feel so old because when I was in the 3rd grade it was like 1993. Wow. I feel so old.